It'll happen to all of us at some point in our lives, regardless if you're talking to a friend, waiting in line for a cup of coffee, even leaning in to kiss your girlfriend. It is a feeling that strikes without warning. As your body is consumed in fear as you realize you are losing control of yourself. Your back will straighten and your muscles will tighten as you try to hold on to everything that you know and love dearly. But it will all be in vain as your body will erupt like a volcano as you will suddenly fart. Rump ripping, cheek squeaking, rectal honking. Regardless of what it's called, it's farting. Better known yet as flatulence, it's a part of our daily lives, regardless if you enjoy the smell or not. But the real question here today is, why do we fart? Why does it smell so bad, and how come no two farts sound alike? So with these questions in mind, let's cut through the crap and dive right into this, shall we? So, why do we fart? Well, it all begins with what we eat, and more specific than that, carbohydrates. Yes, that is correct. A microscopic compound that we can't even see with our own eyes has the potential to clear this entire room. Now, why is this, you might ask? Well, we being humans, we lack digestive enzymes necessary to break down carbohydrates effectively. So we call upon the aid of gut flora to assist us. The Lancet, a leading innovator in medical science, states that gut flora are complex communities of bacteria and fungus that live inside of us. However, our best friends amongst these gut flora aren't bacteria, nor are they fungus, they are archaea. Archaea are a recently discovered species of single-celled extremophilic organisms. I know that's a lot of jargon, but all that this means is that they can only live in extreme environments, such as our small intestine. Here the archaea will break down the carbohydrates and as a byproduct, produce a fartload of gas. Now, how much is that, you might ask? Well, according to the NIBC, the National Institute for Biotechnology, the average human produces around 3 to 5 pints of flatulence every hour. Now that we know why we fart, why does it smell so bad? Well, actually, according to medhealth.net, 99% of flatulence doesn't smell at all. It's a mixture of oxygen, hydrogen, helium, carbon dioxide, but for some of us, methane. For us methane producers in the room, we can thank the archaea in our guts for this one, yet that begs the question, how do you know if you have these archaea or not? Well, the next time you have to flatulate, take a deep breath in. If there's an odor to your flatulence, you have archaea. However, chemists in the room will raise an eyebrow to this because methane is an odorless gas. So again, how does this work? Well, when the methane combines with that hydrogen and helium that I talked about earlier, it creates that 1% of gas that does smell, producing smells like Limburger cheese, moldy cabbage, and my personal favorite, rotten eggs. But let's be honest with ourselves here. You will usually hear a fart before you smell it. I mean, mine sounds like machine gun fire. Round after round after round after round after round going off in the distance. I've heard some that resemble slide whistles going up and down in tune, and then there are those that resemble nails on a chalkboard. Yet no two farts ever sound alike. So why is this? Well, it all has to do with the person's anal sphincter muscle, or muscles in this case, because find by medhealth.org, the anal sphincter muscle are a series of muscles that dwell with the human bowel movement. There are two, an interior anal muscle and an exterior anal muscle. The interior anal muscle is a white band that goes on the inside of the anus. It's the one that keeps your butt shut throughout the day and prevents any solids or liquids from escaping. The exterior anal muscle is a long red band placed between the crevice of your buttocks. This is the one when you have to go to the bathroom, you will bear down on opening up the inner anal muscle. However, the muscles alone don't dictate the sound of the gas. It's also the velocity. I mean, come on, the harder you push it out, the louder it'll be. If you just let it come out naturally, the quieter. Now, if anyone in this room has ever thought, man, I farted the loudest, or the longest, or simply wants that plaque up above their headboard, here's who you have to beat to make such a claim. The Guinness Book of World Records in 1976 recorded the loudest fart known to man. His name was Alvin Massai, and living in Houston, Texas at the time, flatulated at a decibel output of 195. Humans lose hearing at 185. He went deaf in his left ear because of this. And the longest fart known to man, well, that title is held to Brandon Clemens, a man who in the summer 2016, while living in the UK, flatulated for a solid 2 minutes and 43 seconds. But do you want to know the craziest fact about flatulence? It's how funny one makes it seem. I mean, think about what we've talked about here today. The decomposition of carbohydrates by gas-producing archaea is, well, science rather than comedy. And the combination of these gases to produce an odor at its lowest point is pure chemistry. And then the removal of this gas via a system of anal muscles is just what the human body has to do. And to think that every person in this room will and has flatulated at some point in their lives just shows you it's another wonder of the human body. So when you walk away from here today, it is the science rather than the humor of flatulence that has truly blown you away. Thank you.